Well, a little over a week ago, Namhansanseong Provincial Park, just southeast of Seoul, was added to the list of UNESCO World Heritage Sites, making it Korea's 11th on the list.
14th if you count the ones in North Korea as well. Namhansanseong is a major park located at an elevation of 480 meters above sea level that houses fortifications that date all the way back to the 17th century. And a number of temples there as well.
So what is it about this Joseon Dynasty fortress that makes it eligible for World Heritage status, and what does it mean to earn that designation? Well, joining us live in the studio to give us some perspective is Professor Choi Jae-heon, member of the Executive Committee of the International Council on Monuments and Sites, and he is also a professor of geography at Konkuk University. Professor Choi, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for inviting me here.
Well, Professor Choi, why don't you brief us about what ICOMOS is all about and what exactly you do there?
As you said, that ICOMOS is the International Council of Monument and Site, and I'm a member of the Executive Committee of ICOMOS Korea. And we have almost 80 experts who is working for the heritage site. And then actually ICOMOS is an advisory body for the UNESCO World Heritage. Because UNESCO, the World Heritage Committee is the intra-government, the body. So actually the UNESCO asking to the expert group like the ICOMOS and IUCN as an evaluator for the World Heritage. So we just take in charge of that evaluation process for the World Heritage list.
Which is really important.
Sure.
Well, our understanding is that you just last week returned from the 38th UNESCO World Heritage Committee meeting in Doha, Qatar, and that was where Namhansanseong was announced to be enlisted in UNESCO's World Heritage List. Now, what was the atmosphere there like? I mean, what about Namhansanseong actually appealed the most to the juries there?
Actually, Doha is really hot. The outside temperature is above 50 degrees centigrade. But the inside is really another sense hot because there is 21 committee state parties in the World Heritage Committee, and they just arguing about which one goes for the inscription and which one goes not. So actually when the Namhansanseong was inscribed, we have 12 our supporters just to say that Namhansanseong is okay for inscription on the World Heritage List. So that is very good thing, even including the Japan. And then also the sense that the Korea is the starting term as the committee member among the 21 state parties as committee members. So this is very important to the year starting point as a committee member. So. And then the committee state parties is just saying very good word because that the meeting is broadcasted and lively. So that's very important. So the mood is actually very comfortable and very friendly.
No, although despite it might be quite competitive there, sure. Considering the huge criteria we have, considering what you need to pass to become a UNESCO World Heritage status certified, I guess, monument or event. Could you perhaps fill us in on what are some of these complex criteria are?
Actually, to be a World Cultural Heritage, we applied for criteria 1 to 6. So there are 6 criteria for apply for the World Cultural Heritage. And the rest of the 7 to 10 is just applying for the World Natural Heritage. And the criteria applying for the Namhansanseong are criteria 2 and criteria 4. Criteria 2 is to exhibit a kind of the interchange of human values in the span of time or a span of time in some cultural areas in the world. And the number 4 is a very outstanding example to illustrating the important stage of human history. So Namhansanseong actually fulfill these 2 criteria. And besides these 2 criteria, there is another one like integrity issues and authenticity issues. So the important thing is Namhansanseong passed all of the basic requirements to be a World Heritage Site.
Well, excellent that we have actually passed all those criteria and met them. Now, so what does it mean to be designated as a UNESCO World Heritage Site?
It has many meanings because this in globalizing world like today, the culture is another the power for each countries. And then if some countries has more world heritage, it means that this country has more powerful in terms of the culture. Mm-hmm. And then, as you know, that Korean culture is pretty much popular in the world. So there is some kind of a tourism industries right now just focusing on the world heritage itself. So it means that there is many promotions besides the conservation issues.
Well, Professor Choi Jae-heon, we'd love to hold on to you and ask you more questions, but we've run out of time. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you very much for inviting me.
Please do come back.
Thank you.